Well, Steven Strasburg has just sat down to talk to the media. Let's pick up his conversation downstairs.
Just, throwing it to Pudge's glove, I kind of pushed it a little bit, and it ended up causing me to do the opposite. And it wasn't a bad pitch, but he was on it.
Second game in a row that you haven't had much support from the offense. That make you as a pitcher feel you have to be just that little bit more perfect to keep your game in?
Not at all. This game, it's how it is. We're starting to play some good baseball now, some good fundamental baseball. So, once our bats do come alive, we're going to start winning some games. It's only a matter of time.
How much was the heat affecting you today? Do you feel like you get looser, or does it kind of wear you out?
It didn't really bother me too much out there. Yeah, it was hot, but I prepared the night before for it. Made sure that I was hydrated, and not a problem at all.
Several hits were with 2 strikes. Were those good at bats by them, or were your pitches not where you wanted to be in those cases?
You got to give them credit. They weren't going to give in. They wanted to put the ball in play. Wouldn't necessarily say that they were sitting dead red on it, but they hit it in the spots that just found holes.
Steven, you faced more adversity today than your previous starts. Most hits, runners in scoring position. How did you feel you dealt with some of those things throughout the night?
I thought I did well enough. The whole goal out there as a pitcher is to keep your team in the ball game. But like I said, there's going to be games where things aren't going our way. We had a close play at home. Ended up calling them out. That was big. That was big for us. It's just another game. You want to go out there and win every single game, but that's not how this game works.
Steven, in the inning where they got the run, you had 0-2 counts on Butler and then to Guillen, and both times there were 2 0-2 pitch strikes, so there were 4 of them. That's kind of unusual. Was Pudge setting up over the plate and calling for strikes there, or were you trying to expand the zone?
Made good pitches. They just fought it off and found holes. Butler hit that off the end of his bat. It's a matter of inches, and he would have missed it. So, it was good. You got to tip your cap to him. He stayed on it and poked it to right.
Steven, how difficult do you think it's been for this organization to manage the hype and the scrutiny and the excitement and all the attention that's focused on you?
It's great for this organization, number one. It's obviously brought a lot of national exposure to this team. But, bottom line, my goal, number one, is to come in here and help this team win some ball games. Didn't get it done today, but, hopefully we can do it next time.
How much are you enjoying or not enjoying all of that attention and appetite for you?
I'm pretty steady when it comes to baseball. Really try and manage the highs and the lows. Doesn't matter how much hype there is. It's not going to change the way I go out there and approach the game.
Along those same lines, it's been a whirlwind couple of weeks, and I know you just recently got married. How does your wife and your family deal with all this new attention, celebrity, and does she help you keep you grounded? Well,
we just couldn't get it done today. So we're going to focus on today, and it's baseball. So we just wanted to go out there and try and put a few good swings together. Just couldn't get it done.
Steven, could you tell me what it was like to get your first big league hit?
Well, I looked pretty bad the previous outing, so I really wanted to go in there and, especially work on my bunting. I just didn't get an opportunity to, try and get a bunt down. But, I'm seeing the ball a little bit better. My swing's starting to come together a little bit, but I'm not saying that I'm going to break out and start hitting all the time, but, I just got lucky.
Who helped you?
What's that?
Who helped you?
Went in there with Foley and Cat, with the bunting and everything. Other than that, it was just trying to keep it simple and not trying to do too much. I was just trying to hit the ball the other way and, ended up pulling it.
When Willie was up there to possibly pinch hit for you, were you aware of what the situation would be that you would go ahead and hit, and
yeah.
How were you kind of preparing for that?
Well, they said stay there. If Desi gets on, then Willie's going to hit. If not, then you're going to go swing. So.
Yeah, Steven, Washington's famous for its hot, sweaty weather, San Diego for great weather. Have you pitched much in hot weather, and do you like it when it's hot and humid? Some guys do, some don't.
Well, to a certain degree, you like it when it's warm. It's reminded me a lot of pitching at TCU in college. So kind of the same weather, and then obviously being down in North Carolina, and a little bit of Connecticut, for summer ball and everything. So I'm used to it. But all that weather and everything, that can affect the way you go out there. You got to prepare for it the right way. But Bannister had to go out there and pitch in the same sort of climate. So.